All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders at the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings unto the elect. We're going to just basically go into the unicorn and show you how the unicorn is actually talking about the internet. You know, and I like to go back over these just to put back out there with all the abundance of pages that YouTube is deleting off the internet. With a lot of these breakdowns, I like to go back and touch on some of these breakdowns. So this one is basically the unicorn and the internet. I'm the brother Shaquat from Las Vegas camp. We got
Banyaka 9
and
Kari Abakar.
and we're gonna get right into it. I'll read Daniel 12, 4 and 12, or 12 and 4. Daniel 12 and 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And part of that knowledge being increased is on the internet that they have, where you can just Google things and you can look things up and put the pieces and look up the words and definitions of a lot of the words in the scripture to get better and further understanding. And that's how and research the water. That's how the knowledge shall be increased. Okay, what y'all got?
And then also, back in the biblical times, Paul he went out and set up the camps, and then he would keep in contact with the camps by epistles, letters. So we send out videos now, which is the modern day epistles.
Yep, on the World Wide Web.
Exactly.
The information superhighway.
Yeah, that goes out. Like
The internet of things.
Right. It's basically like the brother's saying, it goes from one land to the next, like Paul did, like the letters, but except we don't have to leave. Mm-hmm. It's all going through the internet traffic.
As the apostles say at Great Millstone, we say the internet is now doing the heavy lifting. We don't have to jet set and go to all these different lands to push the word out. It'll just go over the internet and through the satellites, and then beam down, and it's like you're in a living room or standing in a location that a brother's teaching or breaking something down for you. This was a great mystery in the Bible. Mm-hmm. Which one you want to hit next?
Job.
Yep. So I thought Job
39.
Yep. Job 39. Start up at 9, right?
Go on.
Yep. Whoever want to read
it. It's Job 39 and 9. It says, "Will the unicorn be willing to service thee, or abide by thy crib?"
Yep. And that unicorn is talking about, as you see on the left of my screen, the feed horn. That's talking about the satellite dish. Yep. Okay, because the signal is given to the what'd you say?
The ping.
Yeah, the information is sent through a cable or whatever into the satellite dish, and then that's beamed across the world, and then beamed down into a certain
local
geolocation to be able to get the information. And what does that happen? It serves you, because you don't have to have Paul come to you. You can have the words of Paul broken down by men of the Lord today to you right in your home, right in your crib.
Exactly. Then also you have these smartphones. It's not just got to go to your house or your computer at home or your laptop, but you can carry it in your back pocket, in your everywhere you go with your smartphone. You can jump on the internet and you can find the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10: "Canst thou bind the unicorn with his band in the furrow?"
So and in this scripture it said, "Can thou binds the unicorn in the band of the furrow?" And understanding how the internet and high-speed connection works, it all works through what? A broadband, man.
It is.
Which is basically what? Signal strength. So
bandwidth.
That's bandwidth. Exactly, bro. So it says, "Can thou bind the unicorn with this band in the furrow?" Because now, even up to date, you have third world countries with internet access, man.
If I could quickly throw something on there, and that's a form of oppression that's put on certain people, but the men of the Lord is still going to find a way to get this word in them. In the Philippines today, I saw the article on Vice talking about in the Philippines, their internet is hard to get in the first place, but it's pretty much at a standstill. It don't move like that. So then people aren't able to get the word the same way as in America or in certain other countries that have a stronger technology of the bandwidth in the internet.
Because of the technology of the towers that are being built. But they have weak towers out there. Just
We
like
got
right now,
5G.
you can go places now and get free internet, but it's not going to be fast. It's not going to be high speed.
Yep.
You can go to Starbucks. You can go to McDonald's and certain
You can go
restaurants.
down right here where we at, the Fremont Street, and they got it city. They got city internet,
Yeah, you got city internet. Exactly.
library, so on and so forth.
Right. But the ones who pay for more money, they get the faster speed.
Yeah, they got the better frequencies. You got it.
It says, or will he hurrah
Hero.
the valley after thee?
Mm-hmm.
Wilt thou trust him because his strength is great?
Okay.
Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him?
Yeah, and that, like the apostle said, we leave the heavy lifting to the internet. We do our shows in the comfort of our homes, or we go out on the street and we send out live streams and videos that we record with cameras, and we post it on the internet. Now you can just see the word 24/7.
Yep.
Okay, anytime you want, you just a click away.
Right. It fits your schedule, your personal
Yep.
schedule.
So there will be no excuse not to have it in these
Right.
days.
So if you work nights, you can catch it in the day.
Yep.
If you work day, you can catch it at night when you get off.
Okay.
right.
Says, will thy believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn?
Right, because the apostles are always saying, hey man, no longer, are we really doing heavy lifting? Hey, really the heavy lifting is being done by the unicorn, man. It's being done by the internet. Hey, because what? All week we can go live now, You can literally watch in real time, hey, men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the prophets, hey, bringing out the word in sincerity and truth, hey, right to your smartphones or right to your computers, hey, as they're doing it in current time, man.
Right.
It says, without believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather into the barn, right? Because hey, we're all being brought back to the purpose of what? Hey, the Lord willing, through election, hey, that we may be saved, man.
Yep.
Back into the barn of Yahweh Shema Shai,
Kind.
that safe chamber, that strong tower.
Kind.
Okay, so we can build up our wisdom, because it says wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times.
Yep.
That we'll gain that, as well as being gathered towards safety.
Kind.
And we have examples like on the left of my screen. I show you the whole thing that the internet is talking about.
Kind.
You got the feed horn and the satellite dish and everything.
Can we go to verse 7? Read
Yep,
7 and 8.
you got it.
Yeah. So I want to make a quick point too
Okay.
when you finish.
It says, he scorneth the multitude of the city, neither regardeth he the crying of the driver. And now if
Yeah.
you know anything about computers, or desktops in particular,
Yep.
a driver is what? It's a software component, man.
That's right.
That allows the operating system and a device able to communicate with each other. And this was before my time, but I used to hear the breakdown of how the
Dial-up?
old computers, dial-up,
Dial-up.
it'll be like it'd be a specific sound, kind. It'll make a sound, so the computer can run, man.
Yeah, because it wasn't broadband. It was
Dial-up.
what do you call it? It wasn't fiber optics. It was
Kind.
analog.
Yeah,
Yep. Kind. And then 8, it says, the range of his mountains is his green pasture, and he searcheth after every green thing. Right. And range is what? The ability to reach
Yep.
Right.
specific
Distance.
Distance, as we went into. Kind.
And I want to go into verse 12. It says, "Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn?" And a barn is what? A barn is it's like a house.
Kind.
Like usually people, they may keep their horses in a stable in a barn, or they may even keep their they tool sheds and things like that in a barn. But it represents like a house, like a shelter.
A place for the outdoor possessions.
Right. And what is the house that's being gathered now? The house of David.
Well, that's where you would gather sheep at anyway in the winter time
Yep.
to protect them from the weather.
Yep.
You gather them into the barn. Them, your cows, your horses, and certain animals that can't survive the bitter cold.
Exactly. And then also that barn represents the chariots.
Mm-hmm.
You know that from reading
Yep.
in Isaiah 26 and 20.
Yep.
Come up in thy chamber
Yep.
and shut the doors so the indignation be overpassed.
Yep.
So you be not partakers in that tribulation.
Right.
Kind.
Move.
Psalms.
Yep.
It is Psalm 19 and 1.
Slow down,
Hold on, bro. Let's
Yeah.
get to it.
Yep.
It reads
All right, you
a psalm, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. And
Yep.
that's going into what? Satellites, man.
That's right.
Hey, because what? Without satellites, without that distant communication from the satellites being in that the upper atmosphere,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
in the sky, hey, that connection isn't able to be pinpointed, so to speak, man.
Right.
You know?
And this devil has put, when knowledge being increased, according to the Most High, he allowed this devil to help create this technology that could push a machine, if you will, or a computer, if you will, into that outer, float into the second heaven up there, and be able to pass this information around. So the Most High wanted this to take place because we wouldn't be able to move around like Paul would go around the Mediterranean area and go city to city teaching the word. Well, we don't have to do that anymore. And from the fruits simply of great millstone, the apostles didn't go all around the world, but there's camps or churches set up all across the world pushing the same doctrine because they watched the apostles and the elders and so on so forth all the way down put the word out there to where they were built up enough to establish churches in those areas.
Hey, spirit, bro. We all woke up that way.
Yep.
And verse 3 is going to go in it. Go ahead.
Day unto day uttereth speech, and night unto night showeth knowledge.
Y'all were talking about that.
Con, and you already hit on that, you know? That what? Hey, this truth is available 24/7, man.
Yep.
And that's literal.
Yep.
It says there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard.
Right.
Go
I
ahead,
was
bro.
going to say, through translation of the internet, you can click on whatever language you speak, and you can hear the videos and spoken in that language.
And you can go right on Rosetta Stone on a computer through the internet and really learn another language, another tongue.
Yep.
And on top of that, you have brothers in Great Millstone hey, that speak pretty much every language. You have brothers that teach the word in sign language, man.
That's right.
Hey, Spanish. Hey, you have the Apostle Gabar and certain brothers that do lessons in the Grecian tongue and the Italian tongue.
Yep.
You know?
Patois, French, German. There's all
Dutch,
types of language.
You know, you got brothers is covering all the bases of this word being reached out into everyone, unto all Israelites.
To the four corners of the earth. Yep.
It says, there's no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their line is going out throughout all the earth. And
online.
And their words to the end of the world. In them hath he set a tabernacle for the sun, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race.
Yep, and the bridegroom coming out of the chamber, meaning there was no one to, because the chamber was like a bedroom or a private room. And you can be in your private homes and still get this word. You can come out ready for the race. You know, because you've been built up through the Spirit, through hearing this word. They say faith come by hearing, so you're able to be in private. Someone didn't have to come and break it down to you. You could just watch it over the internet by yourself in the room and get edified and built up to where you can come out and teach others also.
That's right.
This is continuing. This is 6. His going forth is from the ends of the heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. Right, and a circuit is what? It's a model of computation, that basically is the insides, you know, dealing with zeros and ones. You know, when you go into what do you call it?
I can't think of
code. You go into code.
Computer code. Yep.
Computer coding. And the circuits are defined by those gates, man. You know, and they contain values basically that present images to your computer, that allow the sound to come through. You know, basically the inwards and the outwards of your computer or desktop, man. Even your phones.
And frequencies.
Yeah, kind.
Well, and also different codes. That's how Esau uses those codings to when certain words are being said. He have basically when people are looking at stuff on the internet, their IP address, which is a number.
Yep.
And then also when people are speaking on the phone, when he's listening to people's calls, certain numbers are raised as like certain words that you say are like highlighted spark words. So he'd be like, okay, this person's a conspiracy theorist, or this person's this or that. So you get labeled, and he does the same thing with basically you be looking for you want a bag, and you get all this damn bag advertisements. You know, it's all based off coding, bro. This is a code 7, or this is a code such and such.
They call them cookies now.
Yeah, cookies.
Yep. They call them cookies. Things that you internet searches or whatever that you're interested in, and it's not even just your searches, and your what's that thing called? Your history, but what's called
search history.
Is
it cache?
Cache, it's another word for it too. Basically what you search on the internet and the things you look up, but not only that, but also the things that you speak around your phone, because
Right,
the
that's what I'm about to
microphone's
say.
picking it up.
That's what I was.
Yep.
That's what I was saying.
Yep.
You ain't even always got to look at something. You could just be not even have your phone in your hand, just talking to somebody next to you, and it picks up on your phone. All of a sudden, you hadn't even searched it on your phone, but that's what's popping up.
This is 7. The law of the Lord Yahweh Bashim El Shai is perfect, converting the soul. The testimony of the Most High Yahweh is sure, making wise the simple.
Yep, making wise and simple. And simply, you could just be at your house picking this thing up, and there's languages and certain types of breakdowns that just come simply. And we tried to do that here with this one, making something that was perceived thousands of years ago as something a heavy mystery. It's just so simple to understand that this is talking about the internet and not an animal, a one-horned horse that can fly and do riding on rainbows and all this fantastical stuff. Talking about the unicorn.
And I believe that
Was there a unicorn scripture that was talking about that?
Yeah, we read it.
Oh, Salaki, yeah, my bad, boy. Well, that was it. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. We want to give all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Greetings, salutations, and blessings, and much love unto men, women that are teaching their families and themselves to search after righteousness and turn themselves towards righteousness, that they may earn their salvation. And to the next one, we say shalom.
Shalom.